Imagine millions of years ago. Absolute darkness. Lightning is tearing through the sky, the ground is trembling beneath your feet, and fire is raining down from the heavens. Our ancestor, a lone figure, is huddled in the corner of a cave. He doesn't know if the sun will rise tomorrow. He doesn't understand why the storms are destroying everything he knows. That is where our story begins, in fear and in curiosity. When humanity didn't have the answers, we didn't just start searching for them. We started creating them. Today, we're talking about the most profound concept humanity has ever dared to imagine, the concept of God. In the beginning, the world was a puzzle. If a loved one died, why? If the crops failed, why? The human brain is hardwired to find patterns. We despise chaos. We crave a cause. Let me tell you a story. A long time ago, a massive storm hit a primitive tribe. Lightning struck and their entire food supply was reduced to ash. The tribe was paralyzed. They were convinced they had angered nature itself. That night, the tribe's elder wove a tale. He said, "There is someone angry above us, someone demanding something from us." He carved a stone into a shape and said, "This is the symbol of the power that drives the sky." The next morning, when everyone bowed before that stone, the storm stopped. Coincidence? Maybe. But that day, the tribe's panic vanished. They finally had a purpose, a way to survive. The elder hadn't just created a god. He had created hope. He had built a rule in the middle of total chaos. As people began to live together, conflicts arose. This is mine. That is yours. Society needed laws to survive, but humans are notorious for breaking their own rules. So, what happened? We turned God into a supreme judge, a judge who never sleeps, who sees every move we make. It was a brilliant psychological shift. Now, people didn't just avoid evil because they were afraid of being caught by others. They avoided it because they felt they were being watched from above. God stitched society together. Morality finally had a foundation. And perhaps the biggest reason of all? Our end. Death. Humans are the only creatures on this planet who are fully aware that one day we will cease to exist. That thought is terrifying. We couldn't accept it. We imagined immortality. God gave us hope. The promise that there is something beyond this life. God transformed the silence of death into a new beginning. God wasn't just a deity anymore. It became our comfort. A father, a protector, who promised he would never leave us alone. So, did humans create God? Or were we made in God's image? The truth is, the idea of God is humanity's greatest act of creativity. We gathered our best traits, mercy, justice, strength, love, and we projected them into a single entity. We created an ideal to overcome our own limitations. Whether you are a believer or a skeptic, it is essential to understand that the concept of God has been an inevitable part of human evolution. It gave us civilization, it gave us courage, and it gave us light in the dark. Perhaps God wasn't created by man, but in the struggle to find God, man created a better version of himself. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.